So apparently the government wants to add some new foods to the exempt VAT or value added tax list. But it's a little bit easier said than done. Before I get into it, ladies and gentlemen, please leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's get into it.
Criminals must taste you.
Ma'am, can you give me protection from yourself?
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. Big VAT changes for South Africa. Last week, as part of his opening of Parliament address, Ramaphosa said the Government of National Unity, or GNU, will review ways to help reduce prices of goods for South Africans. It includes a comprehensive review of administered prices to identify areas where prices can be reduced. He's quoted as saying, "As the Government of National Unity, we will look to expand the basket of essential food items exempt from VAT," end quote, he said.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
The National Treasury already zero rates many basic foods, including brown bread, maize meal, samp, milk powder, pilk cards, rice, fruit, vegetables, milk, and eggs. Ramaphosa did not provide specifics on which other foods will become VAT exempt. However, it is easier said than done. And I mean, you would think it would be easy, right? I mean, you just say like, okay, chicken is now tax-free or meat is now tax-free, doesn't matter. Apparently, it doesn't work that way. A big challenge with making more foods VAT exempt is the complexity of legislation and definitions. For example, it may seem simple that fruit and vegetables are tax exempt to assist poor households. However, legislation previously did not clearly stipulate how it applies to prepared food and vegetables from outlets like Woolworths. Finance Minister clarified in his latest budget that zero rating of VAT does not apply to pre-cut or prepared fruit or vegetables. And how crazy is that, right? So if you buy carrots, right, you can either get whole carrots, you can get julienne carrots, right? Apparently, if you get the julienne carrots, that's got tax on it. But if you just buy the whole carrots, no tax. I don't know. I don't think that makes sense. It's not the government that's chopping them, it's the factories. So why would you add more tax? Anyways, chicken should be on the list as one of the country's most consumed foods. However, it is difficult to limit the definition to a specific type of chicken. The government may also lose much more VAT revenue than it expects through changes in the exempt list. Just make chicken with no tax. Like it's that easy. Anything that's chicken, you just don't put tax on it. There's nothing complicated about it unless they're going to treat it like vegetables. Like if you buy a whole chicken, there's no tax, but if you get a drumstick or a braai pack, that's going to be taxed on, which also doesn't make any freaking sense. And here's the thing, guys, even if the government adds more food to the exempt VAT list, there's a really big but. The Deputy Finance Minister is estimated that the government loses over 30 billion rand a year from the existing list of 19 VAT exempt items annually. This means the government will have to extract taxes from other areas, like a reduction in rebates, tax credits, or even increases in personal income tax.
Son of a...
Yeah, you heard that correctly. Even if we get some food items that are VAT exempt, the government's just going to find another way to collect on those taxes. And then, is it really helping? No, it's not at all. But you know what would help South Africans, the average South African, or even the poor for that matter? What would really help South Africans is if you reduce the petrol tax. The tax on petrol is exorbitantly high, and just reducing that even a little bit would make a huge difference in even food prices. With the high petrol tax, obviously food becomes more expensive to transport. Imagine how much we could save on food costs if the petrol price was a little bit less. And it wouldn't just affect food, but also transport in general. Public transport, airplane tickets prices would probably decrease as well. But of course, the government wouldn't do that. And even if they did, it would just mean that they would, I don't know, increase income tax again or something like that, just to make up for the loss. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. And while you're there, please like this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Only in Cape Town will you see such cuck holding back the years.